Shree-Channel brings you an interesting fireside chat. I'm thrilled to host another dynamic personality from right here in Atlanta. Since 2017, he has been a driving force in elevating a caliber of South Asian entertainment across the United States. His work has brought us unforgettable performances from legendary creative talents like Piyush Mishra, Ajay Atul, Rahul Deshpande, and Anand Bhate. What truly sets him apart from others in the industry is his holistic approach. He doesn't just book talent, he crafts end-to-end audience experiences. From meticulous production quality to strategic venue selection, his every event is designed with audience in mind and backed by a world-class strategy team. His organization has built a trusted ecosystem where artists, brands, and fans connect through a cultural relevance and pure excellence. Please join me in welcoming the founder of Parashare Entertainment, Harshad Parashare.
So Harshad, thank you so much for being here. In fact, many of us in Atlanta or across in US, right, have watched your programs and walked away amazed. So just to start off, tell us something about yourself and how you vision this part to start the journey with the Parashare Entertainment.
Thanks for having me here. Thanks to Shree-Channel as well. Uh, what kicked this off?
Correct.
2016, 2017, I was already in Atlanta. Relocated just 3 years back. 2013 is when we relocated to the United States. And I thought it was my opportunity to give back to the place where I came from, that is theater. But I didn't know how to go about doing things. The story goes long before my academics into product design and design management, and then there was a 3 to 3.5 years gig into theater, which was almost full time into theater in India.
Wow.
And it was more of experimental theater, parallel theater, which had a lot of constraints, but there was immense learning hidden over there. I think in my life so far, those 3 to 3.5 years, that was the time span that was the most enriching and most learning time for me. We read literature which was unimaginable in the life before that. We didn't know about that literature. Probably I didn't even know this kind of literature exists. But then reading that literature, thinking about a theatrical space where that literature can be presented, enacted, and then how it can be staged in an auditorium. Now, until this point, it was fine where you are thinking about this side of the stage, the performance side of the stage. When we were producing theatrical plays, we also have to think about the other side that is in front of the stage where the audience is sitting. How do you get the audience over there? Because it's one story to put up something on the stage, but it is a completely different story how to bring audience to watch what is happening on the stage.
Correct.
And there were two parts to my brain that were constantly operating. Yes, we want to create engaging theatrical plays, engaging one-act plays, but at the same time, is that exciting enough, engaging enough for the audience that is sitting in front of us? We used to go and perform pretty much at all the renowned theatrical one-act play competitions or full-length theatrical competitions around the state. Very few times I was on stage.
Okay.
I was more towards supporting the production, creating the production, planning the trips for performance,
Right.
and sometimes designing the lights, sometimes designing the music, sometimes designing the costumes. Theater teaches you a lot. I was a different youngster before starting to do theater and after I did my theater stint. Towards about 3 years or three and a half years into my theater stint was one day my father asked me if I want to pursue this professionally. Then I had to take some steps like applying to National School of Drama or an event management institute or a film institute, depending on the track that I wish to choose. I took neither, and for some reason, I went on the product design track. In product design, I had two majors. One is designing usability products, phones, chairs, furnitures. But there was a major focus area that I was concentrating on, that was product design for theater, product design for television, and product design for cinema. I ended up designing such a product in my final year, which gave me a rank hold at Pune University.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So I had presented my product at Pune University's final exam, and based on that, I got a scholarship to go to England to do my master's in design management.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So the whole objective was, if I can create such a product, how can I bring about a global impact to bring such product at scale?
But now tell me, how did you land up here? How did you land up in US? I mean, you've been a product guy. Did you come here onto something else? Not especially not in entertainment, but you just started in 2017, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell me about your journey to coming to the land of opportunity here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was 2010 when, for some interesting reason, I got interviewed at Cognizant Technology Solutions, which is a company everyone knows. So Cognizant actually hired me for their digital business.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a big business unit focused on digital experience design. I had no experience when it came to digital experience design, but then the product design strategy is what they thought I would be able to contribute on. And that's what I was doing at Cognizant for pretty much 5 years after that.
Wow.
They gave me fantastic opportunities. Towards the August of 2013, I landed in Atlanta with my wife. We didn't have kids then, but we started our life pretty usually the way we start in Dunwoody, then come to Cumming, and then land up in Johns Creek.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, what what happened that you actually prompted you to really go back, maybe 15, 20 years back to your root and thinking about like, oh, I really have to start this entertainment in this, my own thing, because is it something that you saw some significant gaps or immense opportunity? What it triggered?
Yeah, I was observing how Indian entertainment or South Asian entertainment was managed when it comes to this part of the world. It was done more as an activity rather than as a profession. Of course, there were and there are many companies that operate as professionals, but they are big. They are big into the segment of Bollywood, and they are big in the segment of other South Asian communities. But when it comes to a layer below that, a level below that, theatrical shows, musical concerts, which are not arena level concerts,
Right.
which are the shows that are below 1,000 people region, below 1,000 people level, that didn't have enough of professionals working into that
Correct.
segment.
Yes.
And I thought those artists can be better facilitated if they are put up in professional performing arts center. However, I didn't have enough of knowledge, enough of exposure, how to bring theatrical productions to United States. I was seeing a lot happening, but then I came from the world of product where we used to think about high volume, low complexity first, like a MVP. And I saw that on social media there was a Marathi film that was getting launched, a film named Muramba. So that Muramba film, one of the co-producers of that Muramba film was my old friend from theatrical days in India.
Oh wow, okay.
So I called him and I said, "Hey Kaustubh, I want to put up one show of Muramba in Atlanta. Uh, how can I do that?" So he said, "Oh, it is not that simple. We will connect you to somebody who holds the rights for the United States, and you can work with them and put up a show. I'll get you the contact." So okay, cut to we get the contact, and uh, the company in Bay Area, they agreed to give us the show for Atlanta. That was possibly the first, not possibly, that was definitely the first entrepreneurial stint that I did in this part of the world. First show, we had a sold out of 300 people.
Oh, wow.
And I was very happy that I could do something over here. But then I thought, how can I upgrade this? How can I scale this? How can I scale this up? So then was the point where I started reconnecting with my old friends from theatrical days to say, all right, I have presented one show of a Marathi film in Atlanta. Now, can I get responsibility for the entire country for one of the films? So I took up that responsibility. The film was a difficult film, which got a national award later. In Atlanta, we presented a show. We presented a number of shows around the country, and the producer of the show actually had a fair request. He said, "We don't want you to look only at United States. We want you to look at all the international markets." And that was the point when I was reading a book by Richard Branson where he said, as an entrepreneur, you first say yes, and then figure out things around it.
Correct.
So I said yes, and then I realized this is a big hustle. And we took that film to a few other countries. But it was a tough work because the film was an experimental film. It was not a comedy film or something like that. But we learned a lot. We had established a good network of people who would be able to help support these kind of initiatives.
To begin with, when you saw this, you saw that okay, you're not just going to just start something, but also want to make sure that you're going to bring the best value to the audience, the complete entertainment, right? In the sense, the complete experience. So was it something that you evolved into it?
Frankly, I didn't plan anything because I don't come from a business family.
Okay.
My father was a chartered accountant and my mother was a school principal. So whatever was happening was part of evolution. It was like starting to do a painting and then you start realizing spaces and you enjoy the process. And eventually the opportunities also should come your way. Those opportunities started coming my way. So same applied over here. आम्ही आणि आमचे बाप, which had Atul Patsure, Anand Ingre, Pushkar Shrotri, Ajit Parab, they were on stage. Aditya Ingre, who is Anand Ingre's younger brother, he was the director, and Mayur Ranade, my very good friend, he was the producer of the show.
There are no names.
Yeah, and these were on stage, but हे म्हणजे आम्ही आणि आमचे बाप म्हणजे पु ल देशपांडे आणि आचार्य अत्रे.
Oh wow.
So पु ल आणि आचार्य अत्रे यांच्या साहित्य कृतींवरती 2 अंकी प्रयोग. Now, if you are getting this kind of product to work on, if the artists are going to trust you, if the producer and the director is also trusting you, all you have to do is work hard and make gold out of it. So, Bhushan, we were so much into B2B, risk-averse kind of environment at that time that for a show in Atlanta, I used to sell it off to some presenter.
Okay.
त्या शोचा अटलांटा परफॉर्मन्स I had sold to a non-profit organization and they ran it their way. Biggest of the shows that we have seen for that particular product around the US, we had sold it to various organizers.
Okay.
And to some of the venues I visited when the show was happening. In New Jersey, I saw there were 1,100 people sitting. In Bay Area, I saw 750 to 800 people sitting. In Atlanta, we had close to 300 people. Uh, and that kind of gave me an insight on, oh wow, if we really bring quality, then this is the crowd that will show up.
You jumped into this completely. Many challenges in business, right? There are competitors, and competition is just one part of it, but there are many challenges. Per se, going into 2020, 21, 22, COVID hit. How, what was your business strategy? How did you handle this?
Wow. It was immense challenge. I was uh, There was Amar Photo Studio second tour that was already on in the United States. The entire team of 12 to 13 artists, they were over here in the United States. Two shows were already done, and we had 13 shows to go.
Okay.
And March 14, 2020, COVID was announced. All I had to do was get on calls with airlines and send the artists back.
Oh.
And the airlines, they had shut down their call center.
Oh my God, yes. It's a global pandemic.
Yes.
Correct, exactly.
There was another tour of Ashrunchi Zalipule,
Mhm.
starring Subodh Bhave, Seema, Umesh, and Shailesh, and a team of 16. They were about to board the flight the following week.
To come to United States.
Yes, work permits are stamped, insurances are done, airline tickets were done long back. All they have to do is come over here and perform. We had sold in the range of 500 audiences to 1,000 audiences across 15 locations.
Wow.
And the pandemic hit. So we had to cancel the tour, refund the money to all the patrons. Delta Airlines and Southwest Airlines didn't refund our money. They kept it as coupons in the name of the passengers. And USCIS didn't refund our money ever.
Oh my God.
So there was this interesting point of, let's cancel all this, stay stable, and plan everything after things are back to normal. But everything was shut for us. I was writing my CV again, spending time with kids, and immense support from Gavi because she was into her own full-time career. I was applying for jobs, and in a few months I was able to get some offers for job. I got into an agency method, which actually in a way said that we are hiring you because of this attitude that you have. We love your entrepreneurial hustle,
Yeah.
and that attitude is something that we want to value and celebrate over here.
Getting this artist right, you need to have to build a relationship.
Absolutely.
How do you manage it? How do you work through that?
Sure. I mean, in the starting times, it used to be that they used to think about the production. They used to think about what is to be presented. But slowly and steadily, we have started collaborating with them on how the experience can be designed. So what we did recently with Diwali concerts was, it was the first time when an artist like Anand Bhate was coming to the United States, and at all the locations it was a morning concert.
Oh wow, wonderful.
So morning concert.
True
as
Diwali
you-
Pahat.
Yeah, absolutely. Diwali Pahat, what you and I have experienced in our childhood in India, why not bring that culture over here?
Yeah.
But instead of canvassing that event only to the Marathi audiences who know about this culture, how about keeping the communication in English language and inviting a cross-community audience over there is something that we were interested in doing. Now, why I'm talking about this is where you need a trusted partner like Anand Bhate to understand the ethos behind doing this. Now, all this happens because of the relationship that we build with the artist. There is a great amount of trust that goes into it, and that trust building is an exercise.
I'm sure you must be having a big team. So can you talk about how big your team is? How do you handle all of this?
Sure. Yes, definitely there is a team behind this. Across the locations, we have close to 7 to 10 volunteers. They are not full time
Wow,
people.
you say volunteers.
Yes, they are volunteers, they are freelancers. Some of them are paid, some of them are learning through us. But when it comes to the full-time employees in the US, I'm the only one.
You're kidding me.
And yeah, I'm not. And in India, we have one more.
So you were like just one man army here and one man army there. That's what you're managing, like two people.
Yes, to answer the question briefly, but at the same time, it is a teamwork where those volunteers are so integrated with us that they operate this pretty much as they are core team members and they feel the ownership towards the brand and the objective towards we are at. I come from the world of product management. In product management, we all work in Agile. In Agile, we work on platforms like Jira and Asana. Today we are on Asana. We have sprints over there, and the tasks are assigned between our team
Wonderful,
members.
wonderful.
We use Figma for design, which is a cloud-based portal.
Yeah.
We use QuickBooks for our finances, which is again a cloud-based portal.
Wow.
We use DocuSign for our contracting, which is again a cloud-based portal. So pretty much, and our favorite, ChatGPT. We cannot forget how all these things are leveraged today. And given the background that we have from design management, product design, where design is not just an exercise to design products or graphics, it's a design as an ethos, as a philosophy. So we think about designing the business, designing the organization, and designing the organizational processes.
Yeah.
So if I can bring in optimization, doing that, then we are the first ones to experiment.
So Harshad, I see all the programs that you're bringing over here, right? Parashare. Now, from local community level, they're going toward national, right? So it's completely evolved. What's your model, and where are you going? What's next?
So essentially, right now we have a good mix of B2B and B2C. Some of the shows, Bhushan, I tell you, um, they are heavy. They are heavy in terms of costs. They are heavy in terms of number of people on stage, the traveling team, and we do this for a living. We do this as a business. So for us, we can take that risk, but we can't expect the B2B channel partner to be part of that risk always because
Correct.
they are
Correct.
not doing it
Correct.
as their profession.
Correct.
So, for example, Ajay Atul. Ajay Atul was the biggest production that we have done so far. It was a 26-member team, and we thought we can do this only at a few locations.
Yeah.
We took them to Seattle, New Jersey, Dallas, Chicago, and the San Jose show was sold to the BMM convention in San Jose. One of the most humble artists that we have ever met, Ajay Atul, both of them are very well connected to us. In fact, we were thinking of retouring them, and that might shape up sometime in future. We are a brand that is getting well known in the United States, in the market in the United States. But having relationships with artists and having our background coming from India, many of our friends and family in India keep asking us, when are you going to have shows in India?
Right.
So we have slowly started doing that. In fact, on January 9th, we did a show in Pune named Sahela Re, which is a tribute to Pandit Kishori Amonkar and Pandit Bhimsen Joshi.
Like you do have an action-packed 2026 even in United States or even in North America too, correct? That's what I understand.
Yeah. It was not lined up until a few months back, but this is how this business functions, where the tsunami comes and you have to be ready for it. So we start this year with Chala Hawa Ho Dya, which is some eminent artists coming from Maharashtra, from a household television series. They are going to present at about 6 locations. Varvar Se Vaduvar is a popular, content powered and light-hearted rom-com, I would say. coming over here in March, April. We have, it's our pleasure to, host Pandit Ajay Chakraborty as well at some of the locations.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. But Pratibha Singh Baghel is definitely happening on May 1st, and Pandit Ajay Chakraborty is happening on May 29th in Atlanta.
Perfect. I
Yeah.
think after listening to this, I think the whole audience is definitely going to look forward for all your shows. Harshad, was such amazing to talk to you, to hear your story, your journey. Just beautiful. Now, do you have any message for Free-Channel audience?
Well, thank you so much, first of all, for having me over here. And I'm not as big in that I could give some message to anyone, but maybe a silent pitch or a soft pitch, I should say. I know Shree-Channel has twofold audience. A Marathi audience, because Shree-Channel was started by a bunch of enthusiasts from Marathi community, and then it has a good following from non-Marathi audience as well. मराठी ऑडियन्सना माझं एवढंच म्हणणं आहे की मराठी भाषेला अभिजात दर्जा मिळालेला आहे. म्हणजे काय, तर आपण सगळेजण ते सेलिब्रेट करूया, मराठी भाषा सेलिब्रेट करूया. ती सेलिब्रेट ॲज अ कम्युनिटी कशी करता येईल, तर आपण सगळेजण एकत्र भेटूया, वेगवेगळ्या इव्हेंट्सना एकत्र जाऊया, तिथे एकत्र भेटून चांगल्या कॉन्टेंटबद्दल आपण गप्पा मारूयात आणि जस्ट मेकिंग शुअर दॅट वी ऑल आर टुगेदर इन दिस. त्याने मराठी भाषेला खरा अभिजात दर्जा मिळणार आहे. त्यामुळे आत्ता दर्जा मिळाला आहे, जस्ट द बिगिनिंग, पण तो पुढे दर्जा कसा टिकवून ठेवायचा हे आपल्याला ठरवावं लागणार आहे. आणि टू ऑल द नॉन मराठी ऑडियन्सेस दॅट श्री चॅनल हॅज, thanks for following us. Do follow our journey on parashare.com. We have a lot of non-Marathi content coming your way, and can't wait to welcome you all at all of our events, not only in Atlanta but around the country and around the world now. Thank you so much.